Rashmi. Today we are going to see about the multi-table valued functions, like how we can create that the multi-statement table valued functions. For that, let me create a function with that create function with name fn underscore get emp, which returns at the rate table. Here what we have to do is we have to give a structure for the table. This is the difference between an inline table and a multi-table, where we are going to give a structure of that particular table over here only. Okay, next what we are going to write is insert into at the rate table select emp id comma emp name comma emp dob from employee dob return and end. This is how I'm going to create returns. Create a function. See, the function has been created, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to execute this select star from fn get emp1. See, this is the output that which we have got. That is how what it has done. What the data which is retrieved from employee DOB has been inserted into at the rate table. Actually, this at the rate table, the structure has been declared over here, and this is how it has retrieved the data, and this is the function, the table that we have got from this function. And then next what we can do is in this multi-table valued function we can't update it. Like if I want to update something like data in this in this table which we have retrieved here, there we can't do it. See, update fn underscore get emp set name equal to some abc. Okay, and then where id is equal to some 2. Okay, if I want to do that, I can't do it. See, we will get an error. Object fn but cannot be modified. This is how, but with this update statement can be done using for update anything can be done in an inline statement functions. But here in a multi-table value function, we can't update it, or we can't do just we can select the data from that function. Okay, this is what we have seen. And then I'm having a function here like calculate age, which I'm going to calculate, and that is I have done with an encryption mode. What is this encryption mode is that, let me create this, and this the function has been created. See, this function, if I want to check sample, Here for programmability and in functions, it is a scalar function, right? If you right click it and refresh it, now if we skip say calculate age, but if we want to see the data from what is the text overhead, we can't view the text. See here what we'll get an error that the text is encrypted. This is called the encryption. The function is done with an encryption. Otherwise if you want to see this function is done without encryption, so we can see the text. See here we can see the text. This is what we have done. Like with the encryption we can't view the text of that particular function. This is the use of an encryption. And the next is for schema binding. What is the schema binding? Actually this schema binding does whatever the tables or something anything else which are dependent on this uh, are dependent on these functions. In functions which are used by this, we can't modify it. See I am creating this function, sorry, see I am creating this function. Okay, this function I am going to create with schema binding. Let me see, it is a scalar function. It is a table valued function. See, this employee department is there. This is done with the schema binding. In this schema binding, if I want to drop this employee tables details table, then if I try to delete that table, then it can't be deleted. See, because it has been referenced to a function employee department. This is what we are going to do with an schema binding. In this, whatever the dependent tables or some anything else can't be deleted or modified which are all affecting this function cannot be modified by using in a schema binding when the function is created with the schema binding. This is it for today. What we have seen for a multi-table functions, and then with the function creating with encryption and the function created with the schema binding. This is for today. Thank you for listening.